Hello, viewer, and welcome. I should probably say good morning, good day, good night, or good evening, whichever it is in your time zone. So, welcome to Morrowind Explained, where I'm gonna try to explain Morrowind mechanics. And the first mechanic that we're actually gonna go through is combat, because people always argue about how the combat works, even though the wiki is actually really fucking precise with it. But people also argue if it's RNG or not. If we go through the engine, there is only one function in the whole game that generates a number between 1 and 100, and that is in the magic system. But the combat is RNG because if I see it hit, it should hit. What you're seeing is not what you're actually seeing. So if you actually hit, you would see a blood of blood, like a splat of blood, or something similar. And we're gonna go through and actually test things. So first, let's try to get through this. I also use a
Stand
mod.
up.
Well,
There you go.
rebuilt, so
You
I
were
have
dreaming.
some things that are
What's your name?
changed in the beginning here, but let's name our character
Not
Mechanics.
even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go.
I'm also playing this in open Morrowind because it is the least hostile when it comes to actually playing the game
Quiet.
while recording it.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Keep hydrated. So, how do we test if something is RNG or not? Well, how do we actually understand RNG? Because RNG stands literally for
Get yourself up on
random
deck and let's keep
number
this as civil as
generator, which generates a number.
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to
Y.
the census office.
These can be negative
You finally
numbers
arrived,
to
but our
positive.
records don't show from where.
New.
Must be Margonian. Yeah, sure.
Great. I'm sure you'll fit right in. Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your
I've already
release.
done some primarily tests, but I scrapped that video and restarted it because, yeah, 2 hours of like rambling is not really fun.
Ah, yes,
So let's
we've been
try to
expecting
get
you.
this
You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released.
clear.
There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
Yes, thank you. Chill out. Let's see. Stealth, agility, luck, marksman. I'm armored. Post other things. Let me get my build. Marksman, sneak, security, illusion, alchemy. There. Destruction, restoration, enchant, and oh, yeah, acrobatics. There we go.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
Lead leather.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
Yep.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Oh. I'm gonna do this.
What do you think you're doing?
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celiscravius.
Oh, pick that up. Dagger on the table by activating it space. Equip the dagger. Tutorial, press F to pull out your weapon. Once your weapon is ready to pull and release the left mouse button to swing it. The harder you swing it, the more damage it does, but the more fate you will drain. Yeah, not the best like tutorial. But the mods that I have, basically none of them really affect the combat, or the only thing that it does, however, is that I have times 10 enchantment points. So yay.
Clearly
Now.
he was wrong, yet I do think he meant well.
Wish my Aki would. Yeah. There. So we should be moving quicker now. Hello. Ring. Yes.
I have a feeling that you and I are about to become very close.
The first thing we're gonna do is, what is it? There. Sell that. And we are going to get a short bow and some arrows. Okay.
I do.
And now we can EGM. Also save, because pretty. Now we have a Mudcrab over there. I might actually save over it just to get how can I explain it? Like, be able to get a good sample size. Same here. Well, first, let's speak about the hit chance calculation, which is this. Might as well do it like so. go. Plus. I write minus here because Bethesda did an oopsie and they actually have a plus there, so being blind actually adds to in vanilla Morrowind, so people can upset it. In Open Morrowind and Morrowind code patch, they fixed this, so the blind magnitude actually hinders you from hitting. But you can still overcome it by the rest of it. But that's the hit chance. Now, when you have the hit chance, you have the hit chance percentage minus enemy enemy evasion percentage equals X. But since we don't really know the agility or luck of each and every enemy, and well, some enemies we do, like with Mudcrab here, we can calculate our actual chance to hit here with short blade being 10. Let's see. Let me get my... So, in parentheses, we get 10 plus, in parentheses, 75 divided by 5, end of parentheses, plus, in parentheses, 50 divided by 10, end of parentheses, twice, times, in parentheses, 0.75, plus, in parentheses, 0.5, times, in parentheses, 195 divided by 195, end of parentheses, end of parentheses, end of parentheses, plus 0 minus 0. That gives us a 37.5 rounded down to 75 chance to hit. Oh, I forgot to do that. There we go. Now I have my notepad up on my other screen. So, we have a 37% chance of hitting. We know that the Mudcrabs actually have 0 chance of evasion. 1. Okay. 1. 1 hit. 1. 1. Okay. 1. 2. So, first sample size is 1, 2, 3, 5. 5 attacks, 4 hits. That is literally like 1.25, if I did it correctly. 5 divided by 4, 1.25. Yeah. But wait, there's more. We're gonna Load. And do another one. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 4. 1. 1, 1. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 again. 4, 1. So for our second sample size, we have 8, 11, 12. 12 hits. 12 hits. What? No. 12 attacks. 4 attacks. That is 3. I've got to do this. Sorry about that. But this is relevant. Now we load again. Because we have 2 sample sizes, which is not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jesus. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The game is being relevant. 1, 2. Okay. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1. That is huge. Jesus. That makes 21, 23, 29, 29. Ba, 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 ba. But we are going to do this correctly. 7.25. That's free. One, 2, okay, 2. 1, 2. 1. 1, 2. So that's 7. 7 divided by 4 equals 1.75. And if we add the 4 sample sizes here together, just for a fun little thing, 1.25 plus 3 plus 7.25 equals divided by 4, and we have 3.3. So we're still in that over 40, 40? What? No, 33% hit chance. That's only with 4. Even though one literally was like 29. That's really amazing, really. But we're gonna continue. Because why not? 1. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that was 7 this time. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. That makes it 13 attacks, 4 hits. 13 divided by 4 is 3.25. 3.25. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we go to 6. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 3, 1. That becomes 14. 4 hits. 3.5. 3.5. Dude. One, 2. Pressing the wrong buttons. There we go. 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. That's a 9. There we go. And that is 14 again. So 3.5. So we have now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's load it again. This might be boring to watch, but it is the scientific method. 1, 2, Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1. 1. Okay. 1. Okay. So that becomes 7, which is 7 divided by 4 is 1.75. We have 8, 2 more. And that should be a decent sample size. One, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The 6. 1, 2, 3, and 3. That is 9, 11, 14. Which is 3.5. We have a quite a good. Not. We are going to 10. We're at 8 of the current. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Starting off very poorly. 8. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1. Okay. 1, 2. And that makes 14 again. 14 attacks, 4 hits, 3.5. One more. And then we will add them all up. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One. Okay. 1. That is, let's see, 9, 10, 21, 4, which becomes 21 divided by 4, which is 5.25. Now we can also do this like 5 plus 12 plus 29 plus 7 plus 13 plus 14 plus 14 plus 7 plus 14 plus 14 plus 21 equals to 150 divided by 40, and we get a 3.75. Ain't that odd? That is really fucking interesting, ain't it? Okay, so remember, with our hit chance, we got 37.5. This equates to roughly an attack every 4, like, yeah, how should I explain? Like, it equates to roughly 1 attack every 3 to 2 attacks. So, by the calculation, it's fucking 100% accurate to your accuracy. That's amazing. But what do we get if we add all of these together? Okay, so 5.25 plus 3.5 plus 3.5, that's 3, plus 1.75 plus 3.5 plus 3.5 plus 3.25 plus 1.75 plus 7.25 plus 3 plus 1.25 equals, holy shit, that actually equates to 37.5%. But we need to divide that by 10. And we get 3.75. Huh. Last I checked, that is not how RNG works at all. Whew. Man. This is very interesting. Now we load, because we're gonna do this with our bow and arrows. So now we need to do the calculation again. So, let's clear that. We have in parentheses 35 plus in parentheses 75 divided by 5 in the parentheses plus in parentheses 50 divided by 10 end of parentheses twice times in parentheses 0.75 plus in parentheses 0.5 oh wait fuck, I screwed it up. And let's do it like that. Okay, 35 plus 75 divided by 5 plus 50 divided by 10 equals to 55 times 1.25. And we have a 68.75 chance to hit. So let's write that in. 68.75. It does that. Okay. So 1, 2, let's make a like so. 2, stand up. 1. Okay. So that's 3. And 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. I'm doing this very on point. Load. I need to remember to do so. Let's save. So I don't need to do that. Okay. 1. 1, 2. 3. We have 1 and then 3, which is 4, which becomes 2. It was 2 of them. Now to do this. 1. 1. 2. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3. So we get 1.5. Okay. That's 3. Load. Yes. 1. 1. Okay. That's just a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. At least this will go quicker. 1. 1, 2. Okay, so we are free again. .5. This will be interesting because we are 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's become 6. 1, 1, 2. Which is again 1.5. We're up to 6, 7, 1, 1, 2, 3. That's 4. So we get 2. Loot. This will be 8. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay. That's 4, 2, 2. Loot. This will be in the night. 1, 1. Okay. So that's a 1 again. And last 1. Then we'll do calculations again. 1, 1. Okay. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So we have 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 boop, 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 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 2, 2. 4, 2, 2. Okay. And that becomes 30 divided by 20. So roughly every 1.5 shots. So roughly every 2 shots. By that. Now we will add the other things. 3 plus 2. That's 3 of them. Plus 4. That's another 3. 10, 6, Yeah. And that becomes 15 divided by 10. So the average is still the same. Gee, who would have thought that, right? Just making sure. So what can we actually take out of it? Because we know that the enemy's evasion, the Mudcrab, has 0. So our hit chance, which is 68.75%, yeah, that really equates to roughly every 1-2.5 times, because generally you will, since this is how I think it actually works, which apparently my things are also telling me it does. So every time that you do an attack, it adds the percentage. If you hit, it resets to 0. If you don't hit, it adds to the next. So roughly 1 to 2 attacks with over 50%. But we know that this is not true because, again, we have sometimes here where we had 3 attacks, but it evened out to every 2 attacks. So it feels way too static to be RNG. Because if it was RNG, we would be seeing way more misses. Or way more hits, because RNG can't really be accounted for because it generates a number between 1 and 100 in this case. Which we can actually see with magic. But that will be another day. For now, this is basically what the combat is. So, what have we actually proven? Well, that depends on how you see it. This was a sample size of 10, but we have a quite accurate on the percentage.
I'm waiting.
Especially with the knife. Like, Jesus, it actually equated to 37%. Well, it's 37.5. Which is kind of scary because this game doesn't have weighted RNG. Because the engine just doesn't do that. And if you go through the open Morrowind engine, you will not really find that
Any
either.
time now.
But when we use magic, which example has a magnitude between 1 and 100, it makes a random number when you put it on. Like, let's say it fortifies strength by 1 to 100, and every time that you either use it as a self cost, or every time that you put the item on when it's a permanent enchant, it will generate a number between 1 and 100, which is literally where we know it's for a fact RNG. But the combat seems to be way too static to be RNG. There is another calculation happening. And similar to like with NPCs which has a dodge chance, we do not know their dodge chance because we haven't actually figured out how to see the actor's stats. The only one that we actually do know the stats of is Gainor. Well, at least it's luck stat. Because holy shit, it's like I think like 700 something. Let me check. He has a funny name though. Yes. There we go. Let's see, where is your thingy? 770 luck. Yep. What else were I gonna speak about? Alright, evasion. Might as well take up how to calculate your evasion. So, evasion percentage is equal to agility divided by 5 plus, if I press the right button, luck divided by 10. That's evasion for you. So if we can get an actor's stats, like let's take like Vodunius here. Like let's say he has 50 agility and 40 luck. That would give us a 14% evasion. So with the dagger, with 30, I'm very tired. 37.5, we reduce that by 14%, and suddenly we have 23.5. So roughly one attack every 5 attacks, which when I did the other video, which was way longer than this, I might add, on the actor that I tested it on, we could definitely get a understanding that they have around 15% evasion, because my dagger got a hit roughly every 5 attacks. It was every 5.6 attacks in total. So it kind of makes it so the combat says that it is not RNG, but people will still say that it's RNG. Which is rather odd when you have actually tested it so much and it just says that this is too static to be RNG. But if other people will also test it out, remember that the reason why I have God mode on is that I do not lose Faded You, because that affects your percentage on hit chance, which will also have a greater impact on how quickly you can attack, or how many times you need to actually try to hit. So, yeah. But that will be it for me. I will say have a great day, night, morning, or evening, whichever you have in your country at the current. But this is just one of many videos that we'll go over. So, ta-ta!